morning and a beautiful Thursday to you. This is Transition News on Atlantic Television Network. Atlantic Network is a pre-health active our social network featuring conversation about chit-chatting. We have the analyst has advised the Nigerian police to live up to their duties and ensure proactiveness against crime in the society. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network program Open Conversation, public affairs analyst Nze suggested that there should be a collective effort of the local government chairman, the local vigilante group, and the River State Police Command to end kidnapping in the River State.
To have contended with them, we now begin to look at it as if OSPAC is stronger than police. But whichever way, let the local government chairman know that he is a fellow player in the security of lives and property of the people he has come to lead. And OSPAC people, if there is any problem they have with the local government chairman, they should try and settle it. And then Nigerian police, whose mandate it is to safeguard the lives and property of people, and who is also along the road collecting small stipends from commuters and drivers, let them rise up to the task.
Meanwhile, Honorable Kingsley Akume-Fule called on the Ikwere local government chairman to take up responsibility and ensure that security is restored in all communities.
Nigerian police, especially the Commissioner of Police in River State, should rise up to their responsibility. Like he said, if you pass through that road, you see that in almost every one pole, you see a Nigerian police checkpoint. Almost every one pole, you see even army checkpoints are there. And so why would people be kidnapped on that road? What is happening? And so finally, I think that the chairman of council also has a role to play. As the chief security officer of that local government area, he has taken up the responsibility right now. And I think, I had him a few days ago, I think yesterday, talking so hard that he's going to make sure that security is provided. In fact, he has even asked the community to give him a land where he will build security outfits and all that. So I think he should rise up to that occasion.
This is coming after the chief security officer of the local vigilante group in the Ikwere local government area of River State, Dixon Mahom, has linked the rising kidnapping along the Elele Omerulu and Elele Isiopo Road to the ongoing political crisis in the state. Delta State House of Assembly has increased the 2025 budget proposal as presented to it by the state governor. The state lawmakers announced an approved budget of 979 billion naira for the 2025 fiscal year, as against the initial 936 billion naira presented to the House for consideration and approval. With the legislators' approval and its subsequent increments, the approved capital budget for the 2025 fiscal year stands at 630.54 billion naira, as against the initial sum of 587.3 billion naira earlier presented by the state governor, Honorable Sheriff Obure Wori. On the recruitment expenditure, the lawmakers approved the sum of 348.676 billion naira, as against the initial sum of 348.71 billion naira. The approval was sequel to the recommendation raised at Tuesday's plenary by the House Committee on Finance and Appropriation in a report presented by its chairman and member representing Ika North East State constituency, Honorable Marilyn Okowa Daramola. Commending the lawmakers for the passage of the bill, the Speaker, Honorable Omomotimi Gowo, said the approved budget was in line with global best practice, adding that it was in the collective interest of the state. Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Omomotimi Gowo, has been identified as one of the survivors of the boat accident that claimed 5 lives in Delta State on Tuesday. A statement by Gowo's Chief Press Secretary Nkem Nwaeke said the Speaker is yet to recover from the shock. The statement added that the speaker was returning to Asaba and Raw to worry after engagement with constituents on the fateful day of Friday afternoon. 5 persons were said to have lost their lives, 6 were injured, and 20 persons were still missing after the devastating boat accident in the Warri South local government area of the state. The statement said Speaker sent out condolences to the families of the deceased, and he prays that God grants them the strength to bear this irreparable losses. He also appreciates prompt response of the rescue team and the medical personnel who attended to them. Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo has approved free bus services for the people of the state through the Edo City Transport Service. In a press statement issued by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Fred Utua, the initiative is part of the Okpebholo administration drive to entrench his policy direction. The free bus service, according to the statement, will cover Benin Metropolis and the 3 senatorial districts of the state, intra and anti-city routes, and is part of the governor's commitment to enhance the welfare of all Edo people. The statement added that the bus services will ease the transportation stress, noting that the people who plan to move around within the Benin metropolis and out will be able to do that without any extra financial burdens. Organized labor in Cross River has ordered state civil servants to return to work today, Thursday, November 28, 2024. The state chairman of the Trade Union Congress, Mr. Monday Obodun, issued the order in a statement on Wednesday in Calabar, the state's capital. Obodun said that the order followed the success of the 2-day warning strike over the non-implementation of the new minimum wage by the government. He stated that negotiations between the state government and labor would resume on Friday. ATN recalls that the workers had embarked on the warning strike after the negotiation between labor and the government broke down. Members of the Magistrates Association of Nigeria in Cross River State have embarked on an indefinite strike with effect from Wednesday, November 27, 2024. The strike is coming amid a warning strike embarked upon by organized labor in the state. Magistrates have said the strike will not cease until their demands are met by the government. They argue that the government has failed to implement their promotions and see to their overall welfare and working environment. A bulletin jointly signed by the association's chairman Godwin Ona and Secretary General Solomon Abu dated Wednesday, November 27, 2024, confirmed the strike action, adding that all the magistrates across the state are to ensure effective compliance by all staffs of their courts. Some yet to be identified hoodlums have abducted 3 persons near the Innocent motorcycle showroom along Onitsha-Owerri Road and of Nnewi in the Nnewi North local government area of Anambra State. Eyewitnesses said the incident occurred late on Tuesday as the victims were driving along the road. One of the sources said the 3 persons were in a vehicle when armed men suddenly blocked them with their vehicle, adding that they ordered the victims to alight, and as they alighted, they forced them into their vehicle and immediately zoomed off. The Anambra State Police spokesman SP Tochukwu Ikenga, who confirmed the incident, said the police were already working with information obtained from the scene for the ongoing rescue operations. Ikenga said Anambra Joint Security Forces are on the offensive for possibly rescue on hot of three abducted victims and arrest of the abductors. The command also urged residents or anyone with useful information that we aid the investigation to come forward to the command headquarters, OCA, or the nearest police station. New Abia State Commandant of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Commandant Akinsola Aderemi, has visited Nadia Mohammed Soso, the Director of the Department of State Service in Abia State, in efforts to strengthen the synergy between the two agencies. Aderemi, during the visit, emphasized the importance of effective intelligence gathering and information sharing, saying that it would enhance the security architecture of the nation. The NSCDC commandant hinted that one of his pivotal action plans is to ensure adequate protection of critical national assets and infrastructure in Abia State, adding that partnership with relevant security agencies is needed to actualize the task. Commandant Akinsola expressed his commitment to working in collaboration with the DSS, with an emphasis to prompt intelligence, effective communication, and coordination in maintaining peace and security in Abia State. In her welcome remarks, the State Director of DSS, Nadia Mohammed Soso, assured the NCDC Commandant of her readiness to work in synergy to tackle the security challenges across the state. Governor Francis Nwufuru of Ebonyi State has directed his Special Assistant on Water Resources, Franklin Uka, and his counterparts in Housing and Urban Development, Patrick Enyi, to take charge of their respective ministries as acting commissioners. The development followed the recent sacks of some commissioners and suspensions of others by the governor. Nwifuru also directed his special assistants turned into new acting commissioners were directed to begin work with immediate effect. Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State has once again maintained that his administration has not obtained any loan to finance its projects and programs all over the state. He revealed people branding materials to be donated to public schools or public school students with subtle or obvious political messages and indoctrination. The government, in a statement by the Commissioner for Education and Human Capital Development, Sir Adutu Modibo Cowles, said this practice, which include embosoning the picture of the donor on such books or school materials, should stop. The statement further said that while every support for public school is welcome and appreciated, the government has a standing policy that such materials do not come with political branding of any kind, noting that education materials that the state government donated to school children between 2019 and now usually do not come with a picture of His Excellency and Governor, who feels such practices are not healthy for young children. Analyst has charged politicians to see their appointment into public office as a call to service. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network program, Atlantic Blowouts, public affairs analyst Comrade Oscar Xavier opined that public officials should use their various positions to make positive changes rather than concentrating on making personal achievements.
And campaign for people not to collect money to vote any particular candidate. And also wants a situation whereby there will be an action that will be taken on those that use money to buy votes. Because some of these challenges is because we now have a government that any person that is coming to government seems it is his own turn to achieve and his own turn to loot. Oh boy, if you don't do them now, you don't go do them again. No. It is your turn to loot. So they are not saying like it is a call for service. Until Nigerians see it like it is a call for service, until Nigerians see it like, okay, you have been appointed or you are in government because you have the opportunity to make a certain change. Because it is said that change begins with you. So if change begins with you, it is also a very, very serious situation that our politicians should not be seen to be getting into power because they want to achieve. And then the monitoring team and then the other processes that are supposed to be embarked on. Do government actually respect constituted authority? Do they respect the process for actually making approvals? It's not happening. In most of the ministries we have, most of the ministries in other states we have, government officials also use opportunity.
Also, Comrade Xavier said, The educational sector is an important sector. Therefore, funds meant for the improvement of the sector should not be duties that plague several transactions by the State Universal Basic Education Board, prompting recommendations for refunds to the government coffers by the suspects. Police in Niger State have arrested 4 suspects allegedly involved in the killing of one Zacchaeus Salawuddin, 33-year-old photographer of Mina, the state's capital, after 8 months of being on their trial. They were said to have in February attacked their victim in his residence in Tudun Fulani area of Mina, robbed and stabbed him to death. It was gathered that the suspects, which include Mustafa Ibrahim, sniper, 19-year-old, Samson Rabiu of 21-year-old, Bashar Aliyu Gizo of 20-year-old, and Abdullahi Umar of 19-year-old, attacked the late Salawuddin, having learnt that he had received a huge amount of money. Confirming the incident, the police public relations officer SP Wasiu Abiodun said the suspects were apprehended for culpable homicide. He explained that the incident was reported to the Boso Division on February 27, 2024, and since then, the command has been on the trial of the assailants and arrested them on October 26th. According to him, during interrogation, the suspects confessed to the crime as they narrated that on the same date, they were discussing within the area at Lafi Yassin, and they heard that the late Zacchaeus received a contribution of a huge amount of money. Abiodun said the suspects have also been arraigned in courts for persecution, adding that items recovered during the arrest include 2 knives, 5 wraps of suspected cannabis, alcohol, matches, and an abandoned sleepers. Operation Whirlwind of the Nigerian Customs Service has seized 71,965 liters of petrol allegedly intended for smuggling from Adamawa and Taraba states into neighboring the Republic of Cameroon, he said. Apart from the seized volumes of petrol, the anti-smuggling drive of Operation Whirlwind led to the intercepting of 14 fuel tankers loaded with PMS on the ground of products diversion and smuggling. He explained that one of the 14 tankers, Operation Whirlwind, handed 13 to the office of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority in Yola and one of the NMDPRA in Taraba for continuing interagency action. He said it was evidence that the anti-smuggling crusade of Operation Whirlwind allows Adamawa State to experience a stable supply of PMS, and that the team remains steadfast in curtailing the activities of illegal oil marketers. Operatives of the Federal Capital Territory Police Command have arrested 4 suspects for various crimes, including drug dealings, counterfeit currencies, and other related offenses. A statement by the police public relations officer, SP Josephine Ade, said the operation took place around the timber market, the area of the territory. She identified the suspects as Nuru Halilu, Salami Mohammed, Safulahi Usman, and Usman Mohammed. According to her, investigations revealed that the hideout belongs to their gang leader, who is currently at large, and that it served as a hub for the drug dealing, stolen phones, and other crimes. She stated that one of the suspects, Ismaili Tasiu, also known as Old School, confessed to operating in this area for over 10 years. She added that another suspect, Nuru Halilu, admitted to being part of an armed robbery and drug dealing syndicate led by a fugitive named Mutala. The items recovered include 1 locally made gun, 3 live cartridges, and 3 expended cartridges, a large quantity of dried Lydian herb. 2 men have been arrested in Adamawa State over the killing of a police officer. The Adamawa State Police Command arrested the 2 men, Ezekiel Kifas, 67, and Stephen Zabadi, 44, who hailed from Wasau ward in Lamu Day local government area in connection with the murder of the policeman identified as Ibrahim Mazabua. The State Police Public Relations Officer, SP Suleiman Nguroje, confirmed that the suspects were apprehended last week on November 19, 2024. He said the son of the deceased, Danlami Ibrahim Maziabua, who hails from Gombe State, reported the matter to the Adamawa Police Command. Nguroje said investigations released in Borno State through two separate but related missions. Air Commando Olushoya F. Akimboyewa, Director of Public Relations and Information at the headquarters of the Nigerian Air Force, said, in the first mission, NAF fighters' jets destroyed a gun truck and neutralized several fighters, while the second mission provided close air support to repel an attack on ground troops. According to the statements, following the strike, ground troops are capitalizing on the momentum, pursuing wounded and fleeing terrorists. He said the first operation began with credible intelligence on the location of a terrorist gun truck approximately 5 kilometers west of Kukawa. The NAF reaffirmed its commitment to the collective efforts to restore peace and security in the country and stated it will continue to provide air power in support of ground forces and other security agencies. Troops of multinational joint task force operating under Section 3 in Mongunu, Borno State have killed terrorists in clearance operations. Lieutenant Colonel Olani Osaba, Chief Military Information Officer in that MENA, Chad, in a statement said the troops, in a joint effort with hybrid force and air component support, intercepted and neutralized some fleeing wounded ISWAP terrorists and captured additional cache of weapons. According to the statements, the troops successfully targeted and interdicted several armed and wounded terrorists on motorbikes who were regrouping in Guzamala. According to the statement, the operation led to the capture of a significant cache of weapons, including 7 AK-47 rifles, 1 record-propelled grenade bomb, and tube. Democratic Party in Bauchi State has suspended the member representing Kifi local government in the State House of Assembly, Habibu Umar, on allegations of insubordination. A letter addressed to the State House of Assembly Speaker Abubakar Suleiman, the letter signed by the party state chairman Samaila Abuga, stated that Habiba Umar was issued with a query letter from the party dated 5th November 2025 for an act of insubordination as reported against him for violating Section 55, subsection 9 and Section 1 and F of the Constitution of the party 2017 as amended. Boga maintained that subsequent to the above, a disciplinary committee was constituted by the party dated 11th November 2024 in compliance with the Constitution Chapter 10, Section 59, Section 1, 2017 as amended. The committee, after critical investigation and evaluation of the facts before it, found the honorable member guilty of the said offense and therefore recommended his suspension with immediate effect in compliance with the party's constitution indefinitely. He noted that in view of the above, with effect from November 25, he is prohibited from participating in any party activity pending any further development from the party. It was gathered that from an insider that Umar was suspended on allegations of alliance with the Ministry of the Federal Capital Territory in Yeso Wiki. Castina State House of Assembly has approved the creation of 8 new districts across Castina and Daura Emirates of the state. The Assembly approved the creation of the districts during its plenary presided by the Speaker Alhaji Nasi Yahaya Daura. The bill set by Governor Diko Rada was approved after scaling both the second and third reading during the House plenary. According to Rada, the creation of the districts would enhance administration reach by bringing government closer to the people, as well as empower traditional institutions to play a more significant role in local administration and cultural preservation. The newly created districts under Castina Emirates are Dankama, Rada, Muduru, Dabia, Shagele, and Castina, while the ones under Daura Emirates are Dankum and Kawarin Kudi. After a series of deliberations by the lawmakers, the bill for the creation of the new districts was unanimously adopted and approved. The Speaker directed the clerk of the House to produce a clean copy of the law and welcome back. This is Atlantic Television Network Transition. Now to the rest of our stories. In a move to enhance oversight mechanisms, President Bola Tinubu has nominated 3 new members to fill existing vacancies on the board of the Code of Conduct Bureau. The announcement was made in a formal letter addressed to the Senate President. A statement by Special Advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, listed the nominees as Alhaji Fatia Ibukunle from Oyo State, Kennedy Ibeme from Cross River, and Justice Ibrahim Buba, a retired judge of the Federal High Court. Communications Office of the Vice President, Stanley Nkwocha, on Extractive and Energy Resources 2025 Conference. This SARIX conference is an international event organized by the government of Cote d'Ivoire